We all know rabbits can't talk, so every rabbit owner feels the same struggle, asking themselves, is my rabbit happy? Here are 9 guaranteed ways to make sure you have a happy, cheerful, and content bunny at home. These are Bini's favorite tips. So ready? Let's go! Number 1, large habitat. Rabbits are creatures that need a lot of space to run around, play, exercise, and explore. If you don't have the ability to let them run around free in a large open space, and do need to cage them from time to time, then be sure that you purchase the largest cage you can possibly fit into the space that you have. Having a large habitat will ensure that your rabbit has the opportunity to move around and stay active, healthy, and happy. Even if you live in a small house or apartment, you can consider using baby or pet gates to open up a rabbit-safe space to run around in. Make sure the space you allocate for your rabbit is rabbit-proofed, of course. You can learn more about rabbit-proofing on Bini's channel. That brings us to tip number 2, with 8 more to go. And tip number 2 is meal plans. Just like a human, a bunny's diet is very important to their overall health and happiness. So try to keep their schedule as predictable as possible, even to the point that your rabbits know exactly in their internal clock when it's time to eat. Bini gets vegetables, usually a green salad, twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Also supplemented by unlimited hay and the occasional sweet treat. We can't stress this one enough. Rabbits should always have access to a limitless supply of hay and water. Hay and water are the 2 absolute necessities for a rabbit. Tip number 3 is carpet. Since they have small feet with not a lot of traction, rabbits' feet slide naturally when they walk on slippery surfaces. In nature, they're used to gripping dirt, grass, or other harder natural surfaces. But in the house, you should pay attention to what the floor of their habitat looks like. You don't want your rabbit or rabbits to slide around too much on wood or very slippery tile floors. Bini, for example, loves his carpet and sometimes jumps from one carpet to the next just to avoid hitting any areas of exposed wood or tile flooring. Rabbits also can enjoy the warmth of the carpet, however, depending on the weather, sometimes they prefer, ironically, to snuggle up to something cold like a piece of tile that may be exposed. Check your cage or habitat and see if there are enough soft spaces for your rabbit to lay and walk around on so that they do not damage their feet, ensuring that they can walk around comfortably wherever they are. Tip number 4 is games. Rabbit games are probably the easiest and cheapest thing you can do to help stimulate your rabbit, keep them interested, and of course, active. Rabbits are naturally curious animals, so you can make games out of practically anything. You can use old toy boxes or shipping boxes, or you can find tents or even specially made bunny tunnels that will help them be able to tunnel through just like their instincts tell them. A few ideas that come to mind are hiding treats inside of boxes or under things, or one of Bini's absolute favorites, which is taking the cardboard tube from an old paper towel roll, putting food inside, folding it up, and watching your rabbit try to open it, toss it around, and break it any way possible to get to their treat. It's fascinating, and it will keep them happy, healthy, and occupied. And now for tip number 5. If you want to make your rabbit really happy, find their favorite treats. Just like you and me, rabbits love dessert and sweet treats. Fruit is recommended as part of a rabbit's daily diet as long as they're at a healthy weight and have no underlying health conditions. It's always a good idea to check online to see what fruits are rabbit safe before you give them to your bunny. Keep in mind that fruit is high in sugar, so it should be given in moderation. Your rabbit can get very excited right around the time of day or night when he or she is expecting their treat. So once you get them into a regular routine, your rabbit's going to be very engaged and he'll even know that it's time to get his treat. Be sure when making choices about the type of fruit you get to choose fruits that are not too watery. Good examples of those that are fairly bunny safe are berries, bananas, and apples. Bini loves banana, of course. Be sure to wash all your fruit thoroughly before giving it to your rabbit, the same way you would wash it for yourself or your family. Your rabbits are gonna love getting their sweet treats. Tip number 6 is all about companionship. Rabbits love having friends around, both of the furry and human type. Especially if you're a rabbit owner who is not at home a lot, you'll want to consider pairing your rabbit with a friend. While Bini in particular has a strong preference towards hanging out with humans, bunnies that have stimulation and play as part of their daily lives live longer and happier lives guaranteed. Tip number 7 is be a bunny. Humans frequently make mistakes that make rabbits feel very insecure, for example, trying to pick them up or corner them. If you follow this tip by being a bunny, you're always going to be on the floor at their level. Getting down on the floor is going to make your rabbits feel a lot more secure, safe, and allow them to trust you, ultimately making for a very, very happy rabbit. You'll feel a much deeper bond with your rabbit, and your rabbit will feel that right back to you. This leads us to tip 8, which is petting. Pet your bunnies all the time, whenever possible. It's always pretty easy to know where a rabbit likes to be pet, but lowering yourself to their level will help them feel more comfortable, connected, and safe when they're with you. That gives them a ton of joy in their lives. When they close their eyes and lower their heads while you're petting them, you know they're enjoying it and having a blast. Rabbits love to be pet. But be soft and gentle with your rabbit as if you are another rabbit. Keep in mind, this is not a dog, so you can't roughhouse with them. And finally, tip number 9. Teach your rabbit a trick. As we mentioned earlier in this video, rabbits are naturally curious animals, so don't underestimate their interest in learning a new trick and being curious enough to try to figure something out that they've never done before. Teaching your rabbit something creates an interaction and a bond between you and your bunny. When you teach them something, you're essentially bonding with them and speaking almost the same language to try to get them to understand what you want to do with them. That really makes them happy. Start with something easy first. For example, try to encourage them to stand on 2 legs by providing some food as positive reinforcement, and see if they'll stand on command. Rabbits are extremely intelligent creatures, so definitely give them a chance, be patient, and provide some healthy snacks as reinforcement. You never know what they'll learn to be able to do. So now that you have a few new ideas of ways to make your rabbits happy, go try them out. Be sure to always follow the advice of a professional veterinarian when it comes to things like food or exercise, dietary needs, etc. Check out Bini the Bunny's channel for all kinds of cool tricks, bunny tips, and tons of hilarious video content. Thanks for watching!
Go up, yeah. Up to the camera, up and walk, up. Hey,